Welcome to NSoItIs, the podcast. My name is Smooth, and I've played small, found my power, and now I'm sharing that journey with you in real time. I speak from lived experiences, not just ideas. So, take what you need, leave what you don't, and let's tap in. Who can I love when they tell me I can't love myself? How in the hell can I possibly love someone else? Let me know, who can I love when they tell me I can't love myself? How in the hell can I possibly love someone else? Let me know. That is Let Me Know by Brent Fayez. Because honestly, who can I love when they tell me I can't love myself? And how in the hell can I possibly love someone else? Right. Impossible. Impossible. That's the same thing I said. Why now? Why now? I don't know if you're new here. If you are, hello and welcome. If you're not, why now? Why now? Why today out of all the other 100 and something days? Why now? Because I want to. I want to. This time doesn't feel like I have to, or I should, or I really want to, but I kind of want to mask it and I don't want to feel like it's something else when it's really this, and I don't even want to feel like it's this. I want to feel like it's something else. That's why now. Because I'm ready. They say there's no perfect time, but this is my perfect time. So here I am. Back in your ears again. And you know what? I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that because why not? Okay. One, returning has been on my mind since I haven't been doing it. So it's like, how is that possible? Is it because it's something I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know. But then I came down to the root of the thought, which was, what can go wrong? What can go wrong? But I'm trying to have a different perspective and be more optimistic. So I started off answering with, what can go right? What can go right is that I can live my wildest freaking dream. And what can go wrong? Sheesh. Is that I can live my wildest freaking dreams. There's no other option. Stop giving yourself so many options. Slim them down. There's not that many options anyway. Either you're going to make it or you're going to make it. There's no in between. Either you're going to make it or you're going to make it. There is no in between. Either you're going to make it or you're going to make it. There is no in between. Hold on. What did I say? In between. There is none. So get up and do something about it. Also, of a why now is because I feel unstoppable. I feel untamable. It's one thing to not be able to be tamed, but you just reach a whole nother stratosphere when you can't be stopped either. You can't stop it. You can't drop it. You can't turn it around. You can't turn it upside down. The only thing that you can do. Yeah. The only thing that you can do is to enjoy the ride. Whether you're in the car or you're standing outside. And for a life update, my life is on such a high pedestal to me that everything that happens, I see it as something good. Like, I see the silver lining in everything that happens. For instance, yesterday I went out to my car. What's today? Yeah. Yesterday I went out to my car and my tire was flat. like on the ground, rim to gravel flat. And I went, got it changed. Mind y'all, all while supposed to be on my way to school. Went, got it changed, and then realized I didn't have my wallet. So thankfully, the guys know me. So they're like, all right, just come back. And I'm like, if I would have made it all the way down to school without my wallet, I wouldn't have been able to park. But I had to come all the way back, all the way back. Okay. So it all happened for a reason. And then today, I don't know what the reason was for today, but I went outside and the tire was flat, ground to gravel again. I don't know, but they gave me a brand new one. But I don't know what the reason for today was. Maybe it was to get my mind right to record. If so, glory be to God. Here we are. Honestly, I think it was because I've been prepping to record all day. There was a big chunk of the day where I was procrastinating. I was preoccupied. I I noticed that I had a buildup of energy, and after about 5 times, I realized one, I can't do it again. I just cannot do it again. And another thing was that this energy is here for something. If I can't get it out in one way, that means that it needs to come out in a different way. And one of my classmates told me about this app where like you put in your birthday and everything and it tells you like the kind of person you are. So I'm a generator, and it told me like how to deal with obstacles, how to get the best results out of life, and where the bulk of your energy comes from. And for me, the bulk of my energy comes from my sacral chakra. So, with that being said, that's where all of my creativity comes from and all that energy comes from. So, if I'm exuding that energy in other forms constantly, I had to take a step back and say, okay, what should I be doing instead of this? And I was like, recording, duh. So I said, damn. So I said, dang, you own to something. So let's set up. It took me about an hour to set up, get everything how I wanted it. And then, of course, there are things that I don't really agree with, but we're here. Like, I can't, either I'm putting it out there or I'm putting it out there, So we went over that. Other than that, I lost my dad in February. R.I.P. Smooth G. Okay. R.I.P. Smooth G. Okay. Mm. I miss you, Dad. And I love you. And before I lost my dad, I always had this feeling, and I could not put my finger on it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Like every time I would do something, of course, I was like when I was last year, at the end of last year, when I was acting a lot and I got a couple gigs back to back, I was sending them to him and he was so happy for me. But it was just something that I still felt inside of me. And then after losing him, I realized that what that feeling was that I felt guilty. Even though he wasn't in my life for, even though he wasn't in my life for the bulk of it, I still felt guilty. I felt guilty for being out in California, chasing my dreams, living the life, going to these places and meeting these people. I felt guilty because in my heart, I knew that my dad would never have the chance to experience anything that I've experienced. He spent the last year and a half of his life not able to get out of bed. And once he passed, it really hit me like, okay, now you're living. I felt like I was always internally living for him, but now since he's gone, it's like now I'm really living for him. I hate that he has to be gone for me to feel this way, but I can't get caught up in that. I cannot. So now I'm living for my dad. And he would always tell me, I'm proud of you and everything that you do. And I trust you because I know you ain't gonna do nothing crazy. And I said, And I always appreciated when he said that because it just instilled me with so much confidence. Like, you're right. I'm gonna do some things, but I'm never gonna do anything crazy. Depending on your definition of crazy. But I'm not gonna be out here doing anything like super wild. And he knew that and I knew that, and it was just a blessing to get that opportunity to get to know him and to be seen. Even though we've only been talking literally for like what, 12, 13 years. He was the only person I knew I didn't have to explain myself to. I didn't have to elaborate on things. I didn't have to sugarcoat anything. And now that he's gone, it was hard. It was really hard to deal with. But now it's like, okay, are you going to wallow or are you going to swallow it and keep going? So, y'all see what I did? We're here right now. I definitely and we're here. So that's my life update. That's what I've been up to. So as far as a difference between now and then, I honestly don't know. It's up to you guys to see what the difference is. And if a difference really matters. I don't really get caught up in, oh, am I being different or is the change felt? Because I feel like it's more substantial to think, am I showing up? Am I being authentic? And am I enjoying the journey? And the answer is always yes. So here I am. I don't know what's going to shift. I don't know what's going to be different, but I do know it's going to be worth all of the while. I'm letting go of the struggle of structure and the struggle of pressure to say the right thing all the time, to show up on social media all the time, to be this person that I was so desperately trying to be, just so that I can tell myself I'm living the life of the person I think I need to be. Instead of just being that damn person, there's only so much I can think about. I think I'm supposed to do this. I think I'm supposed to do this. Well, if I want to be this, then do this. And then I got to do this. And then if I go over here, then I have to do this and be like this and act like this and look like this and do this. When in all actuality, I just have to breathe. I just have to breathe because it is not that damn serious. It is not that damn serious. So now when I'm going to events and I'm stepping in rooms, talking to people that I could not fathom talking to in any other time period of my life, I remind myself they're human just like I'm human. Like we're the same species. So where's the nerves coming from? It's unnecessary. So I applied that to And So It Is. Where's the nerves? Because I'm comparing myself to people that have been doing this for years. If I would have never stopped, I would be 3 years strong. But there's nothing I can do about that other than to show up today. Heart, humor, has been okay. As I grow, And So It Is grows. So you can expect a lot more heart, a lot more humor, and a sprinkle of chaos. Because it would not be a smooth journey without any of those. Just because you reach a stop sign, that does not mean park the car, turn the car off, and get out and stand there. If that's what you do at a stop sign, please do not ever stop in front of me. Please do not, for the sake of you, please do not ever stop drive in front of me when we're approaching a stop sign, okay? But the purpose of a stop sign is not to park the car, turn the car off, get out, and stand there. The purpose is to stop, evaluate, and proceed with caution. That is the purpose of a stop sign. We have stop signs all throughout our day, all throughout our month, year, journey, all throughout our life. We approach these stop signs. And when we're in a new neighborhood and we reach a stop sign, we can get a little nervous. Sometimes we want to do our California stop where we just roll through and we briefly check. Sometimes we want to do that 3-second stop. Sometimes we want to do that 3-month stop. Sometimes we want to do that 3-quarter stop. Just know that when you're stopped, you're not in motion. What I've learned from my time away is a different perspective on the word reset. Reset is not, I have to completely stop living this life, stop being this person, and stop doing these things and automatically pivot into living that life, being that person, and doing those things. That is not a reset. We do not always need a hard reset. That is a reset, but it's a hard reset. One, we don't always need a hard reset. And two, hard, abrupt resets are detrimental and impossible to sustain. It just is. Like, you cannot sustain a hard reset. You can't. So my advice would be, which from what I've learned, was to take a soft reset. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to ease into something and to proceed. Another thing that I learned is to stop making everything so big. Not everything has to be so big. Not every reset has to encompass my whole life and my whole experience and my whole being. Sometimes it's just one part of it. Sometimes it's just an action that I do. That's it. And to not be scared of the pivot. A reset is just a pivot. That's it. So don't be scared of the pivot, y'all. Look, okay? Do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, when you're in your space by yourself, who do you answer to? Who do you answer to? Do you answer to the people outside still? Why? They're not in the space with you. Do you answer to a higher power? And if so, are you really answering to him if you're spending all your time scrolling or beating yourself up or trying to break yourself down, all for the sake of being humble and to stop dreaming? I don't know if that necessarily needed air quotes, but fuck it, okay. No, okay? No. And as far as what's coming and what you guys can expect, I don't know. I don't know what you can expect. I don't know what you can feel. I don't know what you'll see me do. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. But I do know that it's gonna be a blast. Like, that's all that I can guarantee. That is literally all that I can guarantee. Because I don't know. If I spend my time looking for answers, I'll never show up. I'll never show up. Because sometimes the answers are on your journey. The answers are not always sitting here thinking. The answers are not always sitting here thinking. Sometimes the answer is, oh, here's a question. Do I have an answer? No. But I'm not going to forget that question. I'm just going to continue to go. And then miraculously, you're going to find that answer. So put yourself in motion to find the answers to the questions that are important to you. And also be okay with not knowing. You don't have to know it all. And let me tell you why you don't have to know it all. Because you don't know it all. So you really don't have to know it all because you don't know it all. Chill, my baby. If you've made it this far, I would like to thank those of you that have listened, that will listen, and most importantly, those of you that are listening. That's it for today. If you loved this episode, be sure to subscribe, share, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And whatever you take from today, take it in stride, trust the process, and so it is.